Wednesday on Cheers. When Sam's old flame returns, Diane tries to put out the fire. Then on Night Court, Harry's in the hot seat with a happy hooker.
It's your lucky day.
Could be yours, too.
And on Hill Street Blues, it's Moscow on the Hill.
I demand asylum.
Frank must help a diplomat to defect.
Wonderful. Thursday.
Coming next on News Center 13 update, a massive fire in Frankfurt requires virtually every piece of fire equipment in the county, but it was not in time. Plus, we'll be seeing some new faces in the Indianapolis Fire Department, but why are there no women?
40 years later, veterans and world leaders remember a day that changed history, and there are changes on the way for railroad workers. We'll tell you about them. Bob Gregory is here with his weekend AccuWeather forecast.
And Mark Harmon has the Cubs and the NBA score all next.
8 minutes. That's all the time I get in the gentle wash cycle to get clothes clean. So every second of cleaning really counts. That's why I use Woolite Gentle Cycle brand powder. It's specially made to dissolve fast in the gentle cycle. So my gentle wash cycle clothes get clean fast. Fast dissolving Woolite Gentle Cycle powder dissolves fast so it cleans fast in the gentle cycle when every second of cleaning counts.
A message to certain people from Burger King. You know who you are. When you're home, in your backyard, and can do anything you want, you cook over an open flame. Like at Burger King, the fire licking up for that juicy, sizzling taste. So next time you're considering a fried burger at McDonald's or Wendy's, think, who has the taste more like you make, right in your own backyard?
I'd like you to know the facts. Some full-size cars aren't what they used to be. The new front-wheel drive Olds 98 Regency is downsized, shrunk 2 feet in length. Mercury Grand Marquis, on the other hand, remains a full-size car with full-size ride, room, and comfort. And the price, $2,580 less than the new Olds 98. Compare the new Olds to the Grand Marquis. You'll find more than ever the difference is sizable.
It's late. Parents, do you know where your children are?
Live from the news center of Indiana, Cameron Harper, Carrie Jackson, Bob Gregory AccuWeather, and Don Hines Sports. This is News Center 13 Update.
Good evening, everyone. It's 10 o'clock, and the largest furniture store in Clinton County is nothing but a smoldering pile of rubble tonight. Flames, whipped by warm, gusty winds, gobbled up the building, making it impossible for firefighters to keep up with the blaze. Don Ellison is just back from Frankfurt with details.
Yes, indeed, Cameron. The fire got started at the back of the Stuart Davis furniture store. It's still not known exactly how, but once it was going, there was little that firemen could do. Some 50 men from Frankfurt and 5 surrounding towns fought the blaze, and at its height, the flames were shooting nearly 100 feet into the air. But the store was closed when the fire broke out, so it burned quickly and no firemen were threatened.
Oh, no, not really. We had danger. We had to move a pumper. We had one pumper as we could have lost if we hadn't moved it to the other side. As once it got through the roof, you know, it was just out of control.
The main problem fighting the blaze was the lack of water. The store is outside Frankfurt, so tanker trucks had to ferry water from hydrants in town. Those 1,800-gallon trucks made at least 20 runs for water. The heat of the blaze was so intense that 2 water-holding pools were destroyed, as was a truck parked beside the building. That building, by the way, is a total loss. Firefighters are still at the scene, and they expect to be there past midnight tonight until all the flame is out. There was no estimate as far as dollar loss is concerned, but the people watching that fire talked of a sense of loss. That building's been there for so long that it's considered a landmark.
Now the investigation gets underway to try to determine exactly how the fire started.
Exactly.
Thank you, Don. Carrie?
Fighting fires is a tough job, in fact, one of the most hazardous occupations, but that doesn't scare off potential firemen, several of whom graduated tonight. Nightside specialist Dana Hudson reports.
They've survived the sweat, tired bones, and irritable minds. 5 months of rigorous training. Tonight, they are rookie firemen. 16 graduated, all men. One got a 24-hour suspension for being late for roll call in a force run like a military operation.
As a firefighter, there's going to be a lot of chances involving rescue and just saving property, lives.
What about the danger to yourself?
It really isn't. You don't think about it.
The latest recruitment drive started with over 1,200 applicants, 465 minorities, 169 women. There were 2 classes. 17 graduated last April, 2 were women. No women made it this time. They passed the test, but changed their minds. Is it exciting?
Well, for me it is. I've yet to experience all that, but from what we've experienced so far, it's been quite rewarding.
The pay isn't much. The first year, $13,500. It jumps to $20,000 the second year. One benefit, a 2 to 3 day work week. Tonight, a handshake, a hug, congratulations, a badge. Tomorrow, the tough job. Many report for duty at 7 a.m. sharp.
And their job can be as simple as getting a cat down from a tree or as dangerous as a real life-threatening inferno.
And I imagine they'll be getting experience very soon.
They will. There are 4 women, by the way, on the Indianapolis Police Force.
Great. Thank you, Dana.
Okay.
It looks tonight like a lot of important Indianapolis construction projects will soon be back on track. The Bricklayers Union and the Mason Contractors Association have reached an agreement on a new contract through the summer of next year. Bricklayers now make $15.84 an hour, and under the new agreement will get a 48 cents an hour raise. The new contract covers about 400 masonry workers in central Indiana. Too many deer are causing too much crop damage. That's the feeling of a lot of Brown County residents who came to Indianapolis tonight to hear about a Department of Natural Resources plan to reduce the deer population. The DNR is considering allowing more deer to be killed in a special zone hunt, which would allow hunters to take deer of any sex, because the animals are eating thousands of dollars worth of crops.
Actually, the damage has only been prevalent in the last, let's say, 4 or 5 years. And it's getting a little bit steadily worse simply because of the increase in the deer population. So we have primarily landowners in the areas around the Brown County State Park are having the most severe crop depredation problems.
Tonight's hearing is one of 3 scheduled before the rules go into effect.
3 men are charged with the brutal murder of an Indianapolis man tonight. Police say it looks like 29-year-old Kerry Golden was killed for his money. Herbert Underwood, Richard Huffman, and Robert Asbury allegedly beat Golden to death with a tire iron. A Conrail security guard found Golden's body Tuesday on the city's west side.
The Hoosier heroes of D-Day are remembered tonight on this 40th anniversary of the Allied troop landing on the beaches of Normandy. In ceremonies at Fort Benjamin Harrison, a tree was planted in soil from Normandy to honor those who fought and died, helping force the end of the Third Reich of Adolf Hitler. On Utah Beach, where the world came to know about the horror of D-Day, kings, queens, and presidents stood in honor of those who fell. President Reagan, French President Mitterrand, Queen Elizabeth, the Prime Minister of Canada, the King of Belgium, the Queen of the Netherlands, and the King of Sweden said everything that must be done to prevent another D-Day when the D could stand for destruction of the world.
New rules tonight allow the railroad industry to ferret out drug and alcohol use by workers.
And an Indianapolis family down on its luck is suing the city tonight.
General Motors and Channel 13 salute the best of the class of '84, our high school scholars.
A yearbook full of memories, a time to share with friends, a hug that says we'll keep in touch, 'cause friendship never ends. The autographs, a cap and gown, the honors that you've earned, a future that looks bright because of everything you learned. A smile that says you've made it all the way, and graduation day is here. You're the best of the class this year. You're the best of the class this year.
We congratulate all our 1984 high school graduates.
We just built a whole new place, full of what you need for your place. The Home Care Center at Kmart. It has just about everything. Come to the Home Care Care Center grand opening at Kmart for brand name, selection, and price.
Kmart, we've got it, and we've got it good.
Come on, Jeffy. You said you like pizza. Yeah, but this is my first day. Mr. Matthews said lunch.
Honey, don't worry about him. We've got plenty of time.
You mean you can really get pizza that fast?
Personal pan pizza at Pizza Hut. Just for one, just for lunch.
This is great.
And in just 5 minutes, guaranteed, or your next one's free. Pizza Hut Personal Pan Pizza. Ready in 5 minutes.
Guaranteed.
A fatal Indiana train accident is the impetus behind new rules tonight to prohibit train crew members and engineers from drinking on the job. There weren't any rules before. The new regulations come in the wake of an investigation that showed the crew of a train involved in a collision which killed 2 people last year near Sullivan had been drinking. The new rules also give the railroads more power to get rid of the offenders. The family of a man who gained national attention after placing a newspaper ad saying he was desperate for a job is suing the city of Indianapolis tonight for $1.5 million. The widow of Castulo Avila claims the city was negligent in construction of a portion of roadway where Avila was crushed to death between 2 cars last January. The accident occurred just a few days after Avila got a job because of his ad.
Not only are 450 British citizens suing Eli Lilly over its anti-arthritis drug Oraflex, now a committee in London is calling for a European boycott of all Lilly products. The London committee wants compensation for the people involved in the suit, and it wants the case tried in the United States. An Indiana judge just rejected that plea, saying the suit should be heard in Britain, where the drug was sold and used. Lilly spokesman called the threatened boycott extreme. Your home might be giving you lung cancer. That's what 2 independent studies conclude tonight. Both research projects say that natural radiation emitted by soil and construction materials, even from your well water, can give off radon contamination. The biggest offender is granite. Airtight houses seem to accumulate the most radon, and a well-ventilated place does not. Researchers say 1/3 of all lung cancers in non-smokers might be blamed on natural radiation.
Bob Gregory is up next with his AccuWeather forecast. He'll have the weekend outlook for us.
Then later in sports, Mark Harmon has the Indians and the Arrows facing off.
For beauty and protection, you can't beat the warehouse prices on Plasticoat and Def products at Housemart. Def's durable death-stain finish protects America's space shuttle, and Clearwood stain helps spruce up the Spruce Goose. For your best value in rust protection, Plasticoat's fast-drying, non-fading rust knot spray enamel offers long-lasting rust-resistant protection for interior or exterior use. Housemart, name-brand products at warehouse prices.
Housemart, your whole house warehouse. Housemart.
Highland Appliance is overstocked. Your reaction, sir?
Big deals.
Too many washers.
Tough luck.
Too many TVs.
So what?
It's all on sale.
Why didn't you say so?
Right now, this Litton compact microwave oven with automatic timer is on sale for just $163. Save $56.
Too many stereos.
Car stereos?
Oh, far too many car stereos. Oh, thank you. Not for all.
Here comes a first. A rainbow! It's a rainbow for your first.
Oh, yeah!
It's new Rainbow Punch from Kool-Aid.
6 light fruity flavors make it taste so bright. You'll be drinking in that rainbow light. 6 light fruity flavors make it taste so bright. You'll be drinking in that rainbow light.
New Rainbow Punch from Kool-Aid brand soft drink mix.
Fathers know lots of things, like how to improve your swing and what fractions are for. So this Father's Day, get him a gift from Blocks, like Jansen Activewear. Tennis wear featuring solid color shorts with handy terry pockets and coordinating knit shirts, plus Jansen swim trunks and terry cover-ups. Fashionable and functional for the active life elite from Jansen. Because it's no surprise, at Blocks, we know Father's best.
Bob Gregory's weather has been endorsed by the American Meteorological Society.
Weather when it's hot and humid like this never ceases to amaze me because Gregory always finds some way to smile in the face of high humidity.
Well, I don't know. I guess it's kind of a change when you compare this to what we had Christmas week last year. We don't want to think of that at all. but summer's warmth is with us. It's going to be this way for a while, and maybe from the west, some thunder showers, so you could put the sprinkler away for a little bit, too. That may happen tomorrow afternoon or evening. But let's take a look at some of our nighttime weather pictures now. Here in the Weather Center downtown, we have 80 degrees and a great night to be out at the ballpark. Why not? Our high for the day, 86 degrees, and our low temperature there at 67. Right now out at the airport, the skies are overcast. They're reporting 74, humidity at 62%, winds out of the south at 12 miles an hour. Pressure's come up a bit now at 30 inches, and it is rising. Around the state today, you take a look at the top numbers. Several cities came in with 89-degree readings, Louisville and Chicago as well. We were one of the coolest spots in the state with our 86-degree reading. Now, tomorrow, we could hit a couple of 90-degree shots down in the southern part of the state, but hazy sunshine, that will be the rule. What's going on from outer space? We'll take a look at the jet stream flow in there, and this thing is almost in a north-south direction, so with the jet stream at the surface and the upper atmosphere flowing that way, the front really can't get through because the circulation is parallel to it, so systems are moving ever so slowly. Here's what's on our weather map now, and take a look at what's going on. The circulation around this Bermuda-type high, bringing that very warm air to the east with records set at Dulles Airport in Washington, at Alpena, Michigan with 90 degrees, pulling some of the moisture out of the Gulf states and feeding into this general area and very warm temperatures northward. There is a tornado watch out until midnight for parts of Minnesota and on into Wisconsin. Some spots in Wisconsin have reported 100-mile-an-hour winds up there. A couple of tornadoes in Minnesota, and we have no reports of any damage with thunderstorms in that area. Now, what's going to happen, or we'll get a picture of what's going on. These are the heaviest thunderstorms that we're seeing on satellite tonight, and with that southwesterly flow, it's this stuff that we feel will be brought a little bit farther northward and may have a chance of influencing our weather tomorrow afternoon. So we take a look at our map beginning at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. We have that southerly flow, temperatures in the 70s already, and as that continues and the June sun builds up some warmth on the earth and that warm air rises and the front moves in and more moisture comes in, would not be a bad idea to have an umbrella close at hand. These are the temperatures, too, well into the 90s or 80s in our area, with some 90s in the southern part of the region. What it all means? Well, here's our AccuWeather forecast for you now. Warm and humid tonight. 70 will be our low. Very warm and humid day tomorrow with some hazy sunshine overhead. 88 degrees our top temperature. A few thunderstorms around. A greater likelihood of that activity in the afternoon and evening, however. Winds out of the south from 12 to 25 miles an hour. Another sticky night tomorrow night, with a low temperature then of 70 degrees. We get closer to the weekend. Warm and humid on Friday. A few thunderstorms around. Top temperature then should come in at 88 degrees. Saturday, we may still have a thunderstorm around. We'll cool down to 86 for both Saturday and Sunday. The Talbot Street Art Fair, we have to have some decent weather for that one. Our pollutant standards index, by the way, in the moderate category. Tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, partly sunny and 76 degrees. And that's it in weather.
That stuff that's moving in here tomorrow, any chance for some severe weather associated
No, we really don't think the ingredients are there for severe weather, but it looks likely that some spots maybe could pick up an inch of rain, some heavy downpours.
In some cases, if it's raining on you, it's severe enough.
Depends on your point of view. That's true.
Do we have a final score in the big basketball game?
Not yet, but we had some severely bad pitching by the Cubs today.
Mark Harmon is in for Don Hine, and he will be back with sports in just a minute.
Taste a better pizza. Noble Roman's Monster Pizza.
Quality and low price. Hills has a big selection of new and improved HTH pool chemicals from Olin, the best-selling brand name in pool chemicals. New and improved HTH. Hills low prices. You won't need much else for a summer of fun. Except maybe the pool. New and improved HTH products at Hills low prices every day. Hills. No need to wait for a sale ever.
Check us out. Now it's your Lincoln Mercury dealer's Summer Satisfaction Sale.
I'm extremely satisfied with the deal that we got at this dealership.
Get the satisfaction of cars like the full-size Mercury Grand Marquis. We've got 5,000 cars to sell this week during the Summer Satisfaction Sale.
My wife is satisfied, so that makes us all happy.
Get great deals on every car in stock from Links to Lincoln.
pharmacists fill over 9 million prescriptions each year. Prescriptions carefully filled one at a time, just as the doctor ordered. But out of those 9 million prescriptions, the one most important to you is the one with your name on it. Bring your next prescription to your Hooks pharmacist in Green for the attention, care, and quality that has made Hooks first in prescriptions. Hooks, the one for your prescriptions.
Hooks the one.
Minute rice fits the way you want to cook today.
Olé! It's Spanish rice with beef. A minute rice cuisine in 20 minutes recipe. A fiesta of robust flavor made in one pan in 20 minutes. Just cook beef, tomatoes, vegetables, spices, and always perfect minute rice. Fantastico. Spanish rice with beef. One of the cuisine in 20 minutes recipes on the minute rice box. Another delicious reason.
Minute rice fits the way you want to cook today.
You don't suppose there's anything important about this basketball game tonight?
Nah, just the future of the entire world riding on it.
Just wanted to make sure.
Maybe just a basketball game. Good evening, everyone. There's a hot one going in the Los Angeles Coliseum tonight in Game 4 of the NBA Championship Series. Right now, with about 6 minutes to go, Boston leads the Lakers 101-99. To baseball, the Montreal Expos drubbed the Cubs tonight. In the first inning, Andre Dawson got the route started by drilling this Rick Russell pitch. That went to left field, and that collected 2 RBIs. Then in the third inning, former Indianapolis Indian Mike Stenhouse powered a sacrifice fly to deep left field. Gary Matthews makes the squeeze, but Gary Carter tagged and trotted home 4-0. Doug Flynn zapped this one into the gap in right center. 2 more Expos motor home. Montreal went on to beat the Cubs 8-1. At Candlestick Park, Giant catcher Bob Brenly tattooed this Pete Falcone pitch way out in left center field. That went for a grand slam home run to give San Francisco a 4-2 lead over Atlanta. But the Braves won it in the 11th inning, 5-4. New York over Pittsburgh now, 2-1. That one in 13 innings. St. Louis over Philadelphia, 4-3. The Boston Red Sox took their second straight from the New York Yankees. Mike Easler powered this towering shot into the seats in right field to lead the way. Jim Rice also had a big game, clubbing home 3 RBIs. The Sox beat the Yankees 5-3. Jim Dwyer hit in the first RBI of the game, and that's all the Birds really needed. Baltimore beat Milwaukee 3-0. Willie Upshaw and George Bell homered for Toronto. They now trail Detroit by just 3.5 games. The Blue Jays over the Tigers 6-3. Cleveland snaps a 6-game losing streak. They beat Oakland 7-6. There's that Boston-New York Yankees score. Chicago blanks California 4-0. Kansas City over Seattle 5-2. And Mike Smithson fired a 5-hitter as Minnesota beats Texas 2-1. Our Indianapolis Indians won their second straight over Wichita tonight 3-2. Chris Welsh fired a 5-hitter, and he's now 7-0. Troy Johnson, who has just returned to action from the injured list, got things rolling in the 5th inning with that single. That set up this RBI by Razor Shines. Mike Gates motored home to make it 3-1, and the Tribe went on to beat the Arrows 3-2. A former champion sidelined the defending champ today on the red clay of Paris in the French Open. 82 champ Mats Wilander had to rally from behind to knock off Yannick Noah in a 5-setter. Yvonne Lendl also advanced today, beating Andres Gomez. John McEnroe and Jimmy Connors round out the Final 4. The Hoosier Dome will be the site of yet another football rivalry. Ball State and Indiana State will meet on October 6th to play the Blue Key Victory Bell game, and the coaches are ready to play right now.
At Indiana State, we're looking very much to playing the game here in the Hoosier Dome. And our game with Ball State has always been one of the biggest games on our schedule, if not the biggest game on our schedule. When we play Ball State, we're playing a team where our coaches know their coaches, where our players know their players, where our fans know their fans, and as a consequence, it's always been a big game.
Bringing that back to the Dome now in Indianapolis is going to give that game everything we ever wanted. And so we look for a good football game. I think they're 2 good teams, and bringing it to the Dome is a natural. So we're hoping we get a good turnout just to give it that kind of enthusiasm.
Fort Wayne Northrop is this year's Boys State High School golf champion. The Bruins edged Noblesville by a single shot to win the crown. Kokomo Hayworth and Lebanon tied for 3rd with Lafayette Jeff right behind. This year's medalist with a 152 total is John Georgie of South Bend Adams. Tori Geyer of Kokomo Hayworth won the Medal Attitude Award. And the best times to hunt and fish tomorrow, according to our Salooner tables, around 6 in the morning, then again around 6:30 tomorrow night. And that's the look at sports.
Let's see, Mark, since Ball State University doesn't have a AstroTurf field to practice on up there, if they play in the Dome, what's that going to do for their play, do you think?
Well, I don't think
give the other team an advantage?
It'll make it real interesting.
It's the first time they've ever played underneath the Dome, though,
well,
inside.
that'll be pressure in itself, sure. Thanks a lot. A downtown hotel could have a new name soon. We'll tell you about it when we come back.
The best beef at the best price. U.S. Choice Steaks and Roasts at cash saver prices from Marsh. Featuring U.S. Choice top tender round steak for just $1.88 a pound. Marsh, you never get less than our best.
Right now at Carpetland USA, you'll find red-hot savings during our sizzling summer sale. Save on Ansel carpet starting at just $9.99 a square yard installed with pad. Outdoor grass carpet, $1.99 a linear foot. Vinyl flooring from $2.99 a square yard. Plus, save up to 50% on hundreds of room-size remnants. Nobody beats the hot deals in Carpetland's 8-page newspaper insert. So hurry in and save at Carpetland's sizzling summer sale.
Carpetland USA. Carpetland USA.
Deep within each of us, there's a place as calm as a sunset.
WTHR.
A soothing place that sets our minds at ease.
FM 103.
It's our own special place where dreams are dreamed and pleasant memories take us back to ourselves again.
FM 103.
It's a soothing station in life, and we deserve to enjoy it every day.
WXTZ.
Take it easy. Play it easy. Set your dial at ease. Ease up to WXTZ, FM 103.
Come to the good taste of Chi-Chi's. Come to the good times of Chi-Chi's.
Here it comes, Chi-Chi's Jumbo Glass Offer. For a limited time only, get 2 of Chi-Chi's famous Jumbo Margarita glasses for just $2.49 with any food purchase. Hurry in, take a 2-for-1 pack home today.
Come to American's Incredible Mexican Restaurant.
For Chi-Chi's Jumbo Glass Offer.
Chi-Chi's.
More good news for downtown Indianapolis tonight. The Atkinson Hotel is headed for a facelift and a new old name, the Severin. 4 local businessmen got the economic development designation they wanted. That will allow them to qualify for about $10.5 million in revenue bonds. The total price tag on the project, $12 to $14 million. They plan to buy the hotel and renovate it for convention business in a great location within walking distance of the Hoosier.
You said it. It's festival season in Indiana, and one of the largest festivals is set for this weekend. Tomorrow on Noon Break 13, our lifestyle specialist Kim Hood tells us why the Greentown Glass Festival attracts thousands every year.
Finally tonight, did you know bees don't like to fly at night? Well, that's what a Crawfordsville family discovered tonight. Fred and Shirley Collins have an estimated 10,000 bees vying for double occupancy of their home. One side of the house has been swarming, 5 to 6 inches thick, blocking light, anything else trying to get into the house. The Collins were expecting the Pied Piper of bees to lure them away tonight, and that's when they discovered bees just won't buzz off after dark.
Well, you've got a last-minute score for us.
We've got an update, all right.
All right.
In the NBA championship game, the Boston Celtics lead the Lakers 113 to 110, and there's just 20 seconds to go in that one.
Ooh, that'll be interesting.
A nail biter.
All right.
And Bob, tomorrow quickly, our weather? in the
No
morning?
nail biter, just another warm day. High of about 88. Carry an umbrella, just kind of keep it close in hand in case it gets a little moist later in the afternoon.
Yeah, I'm glad I always take your advice. Thanks, Bob. That's all from News Center 13 Update tonight. Thanks for being with us. I'm Carrie Jackson.
You always take his advice?
Yes, I always take his advice.
I'm Cameron Harper. For the entire News Center 13 team, have a good night.